My name is Denise Howard, and I'm a software engineer by day, and the rest of the time I'm a professional artist. It's not a hobby, it's my other career. I spent a few years as a hobby. I was a motorcycle racer, and did that for 7 seasons. And as a result of that experience, I was asked to teach for one of the local track day providers. Like a lot of little kids, I started drawing as soon as I could hold a pencil, and it really stuck with me though. I was drawing all through elementary school. My favorite medium, I've got 2 favorite mediums actually, graphite pencil and colored pencil. And graphite pencil was my first love. I still like to come back to it from time to time. In addition to graphite pencil, I do colored pencil, and I think at this point I'm more known for my colored pencil work than my graphite pencil work. A lot of people, when they think of colored pencil, they're stunned when they see the kind of work that I and some other artists are able to do with colored pencil. They never imagined that colored pencil could do that. When I went to college then, I double majored in art and computer science. And I figured one or the other would fall away, but it didn't. I ended up with both degrees in 4 years. So I've been in the tech industry for 36 years at this point. Currently, I work on the Mac version of Quicken, which for those that don't know, that's a personal financial software. But over the course of my career, I've worked in a whole bunch of different industries, from aerospace to the entertainment industry, to now personal finance, worked in the insurance industry. In college, when I was taking classes, and it was things like calculus and operations research and all that, there were many times when I'd be the only woman in the class of like 20, 25 people. But it never bothered me. They didn't treat me any differently. In any industry, you run across a few people here and there that are obviously biased. So you try to just ignore them, try not to cross paths with them, because you're not going to change their mind. They're set in their ways. In the art world, like any art group I typically see, 80% of the members are women. But when you hear about some great big thing in the art world, it's always a man. There are plenty of opportunities out there. It's just a matter of going and seizing them, and don't pay any attention to the male versus female sex thing. I've never had anybody tell me, oh, you can't go do that because you're a woman. I grew up in a very rural community. My mom and dad had come from farming families and everything. So you would think that they would have said, oh, well, go off to college and find a farmer to marry and just settle down and have... No, they never said anything like that. They totally saw the value of going off to college and getting a degree, because that would open up more opportunities. My motorcycle experience started when I was still living on the farm. I was about 13 or 14. My sister had a motorcycle when she was younger. She's 11 years older than me. And then, so I was always interested in wanting to ride too. And then when I went off away to college, then I never had any more experience with motorcycles until I moved to California. Moved here to the Bay Area, and I started seeing motorcycles everywhere. I met people who raced motorcycles and went to track days. And so I went to a race weekend, and I was just fascinated just watching the bikes and hearing the sounds and the smells and everything. 2 weeks after that, I found out that the AFM, the American Federation of Motorcycles, the race organization, was having their next new racer school weekend. So I signed up and did that and passed and ran my first race that weekend and didn't finish last. And so I raced motorcycles then for 7 seasons. There are an amazing number of women in the motorcycle business. Back when I got involved with motorcycles around 1997, I remember reading a figure at the time that there was something like 10% of riders were women, which was pretty small. And the last figures I read last year, that number is up around 23% now. There are far more women coming to track days now. Zoom, the track day organizer that I've worked with, they have a women's VIP event every year where this one day it's all about the women, and they try to get as many women to come to the track, maybe and encourage women that maybe are too shy to come to the track. I think there was more surprise back then to see that women were riding motorcycles, particularly sport bikes, not Harleys. Don't pay any attention to the whole male versus female thing. Just do it. If there's a class you're interested in, take it. You know, who cares what anybody else thinks? Just be your own person. I would encourage anybody that wants to go into the arts to have a backup plan, have another vocation or avocation that they can fall back to. There's no shame in doing art on the side. That doesn't automatically make it a hobby. It just means you're doing it on the side. And for the motorcycling, there's no better way to get better at motorcycling than be around other people who are into motorcycling. Be around other women who ride. There are many organizations that are for women riders, including women who ride sport bikes, and that's a good way to have some companionship and fellowship and get better at riding at the same time. You can learn more from one day on the track than you can from a whole year riding on the street, particularly if it's a track day that offers instruction as well. It's definitely a different life altogether, and some people might think that makes it like a split personality or something, but the way I see it, it's about being whole. I think everybody has a creative side to them. Some people suppress it, some people have just never had the opportunity to discover it, but I think everybody has that spark in them that if they're only exposed to ways of creating in the right ways, that they'll find their way and want to do more of that.